No, I say like this time, let's just jump right into it.
Okay. Do you want to start with the funny food?
Well, first, let's introduce the thing that we're doing. Pizza Night.
Oh.
A podcast. Yeah, so we're doing basically, I think, an old school, just shoot the shit kind of podcast, basically.
Yeah. We've come to the end of the internet for like adult TV, I guess.
Yeah, we have we've got some ideas of what to talk about. We've got no real topics. I personally really enjoy all these podcasts by comedians that are just two people talking, not necessarily trying to
Chevy,
be funny.
leave it. Sorry. Our dog is down here and she's never been in the basement before. And
so she's licking everything.
What is that? Sorry. She's getting... Did you just eat paper? What is that?
What are we doing? We're going to do this for about an hour. And so one day, if we ever have microphones, we may have guests. But for now, it's me and Kim at this too small table while our children sleep. And every so often, we will hear one of them knock over a metal water bottle and thud on the floor. Or...
yeah, we're actually right below their bedroom.
They're right over there.
Yeah.
Or the older one who refuses to move her bed from away from the wall will bang into the wall. And we should hear that as well.
Well, we gave her Benadryl before bed. So
yeah, we roofied her with Benadryl. So
hopefully, if she's one of the people that Benadryl actually makes you tired, because it can actually make you hyper, or in the case of our youngest child, she becomes really focused. So
yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
And so tonight is pizza night, and I figure we could just
I'm laughing over the roofie because I roofied Namdev with Benadryl.
Yeah,
a few nights ago.
Gave me two, what are they called?
Benadryl?
No, the other things.
Oh, melatonin?
Two melatonin, like, chewable things, and a Benadryl.
No, I gave and two Benadryl.
And supposedly, that was to keep me from getting COVID, right?
No. Your mom said it helps with COVID. Yeah.
Oh, because we've been out in public.
Let's not go
Topical?
Spreading all our COVID
misinformation.
Because there's going to be some COVID tag thing.
Oh yeah, I hate those.
You get that? You get one on your laptop.
So she gave those to me.
I need more room.
I was thinking it was a COVID preventative, and then I was like an hour later. I'd never been more tired in my entire life. So that was fun. So that's sort of that's actually what the kids do every night is they take melatonin and
it's not the melatonin that made them. It's the Benadryl that made you tired. It's not the melatonin. It's the Benadryl.
Yeah. So our kids are really the reason why this is called Pizza Night, which is that...
Oh, this is called Pizza Night?
Yeah.
I thought we were untitled... Okay.
Nah, we're called Pizza Night.
I thought we were going to revive A Tragedy in the Making, our radio show that we had, but okay.
No, I already asked Mike Burrell to make the Pizza Night logo.
Oh, that's why you were talking about that. I thought you spent for our family Pizza Night. You're going to have a logo. I was like, all right.
So at the beginning of the pandemic, I was doing these lives that Kim she convinced me I should do lives, which I hadn't done. And for like a month or so, I went kind of hardcore. Like I would finish up my work and from 4 to 5, I would try to do a live. And I was pretty good about it for a while. And then I realized that I was putting a lot of effort into something that I didn't intend to put nearly as much effort into. But the one nice thing is that no matter how many people were on or how few, I would always get messages like in the chat from Kim, which I was stoked on. And then, so I quit doing that, but Kim kept bringing it up over the last year. And finally, from watching all these comedians podcasts that are just a couple people like just talking shit basically, I was like, all right, we should do this. When could we possibly do it? And I determined that unless I were to do it during work hours, there was only one moment in the entire week that we could do it, which is pizza night. Because we throw a couple pizzas in the oven, we watch SpongeBob, and the kids go to bed. It's like the one night. Can you stop doing that?
No, you were supposed to have a table of fidgets, and now I only have these.
They're over there.
Where?
Underneath my monitor. So it's the one night there's like...
Where's the cat?
No dishes. My cat's dead, I think.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it exploded. No dishes, no nothing. So I was like, okay,
Where's
the
the
one night
bucket?
that we could do this, Wednesday night. And so this is our first time doing it. And before we get started,
If you have epilepsy, I'm sorry.
yeah, everyone in our house is constantly dysregulated and needs to be fidgeting with objects. Happy birthday, Ben Hardisty.
Oh,
It is
happy
your birthday today.
Ben.
And this is our gift to you. Is that we're gonna get on,
This is gift
yeah,
and a
we're gonna get on the
crappy
internet
gift.
for an hour. Okay, so we had this idea that this was like the one time that would totally work, which is true. But then we proceeded to completely screw it up today. We took too long to make the pizzas. Instead of watching 1 or 2 episodes of SpongeBob, which would have been like 20 to 40 minutes, we decided that we would start The Nightmare Before Christmas.
This is supposed to be amber. This is not amber. This is gray.
That is a bummer. It's not Amber.
Amber.
We decided that we'd watch The Nightmare
Want my
Before
money
Christmas. And then our youngest immediately, who said she was into it, then was like, I'm tired.
Well, no,
10
we
minutes in.
legitimately roofie her every night. So,
Yeah.
so she couldn't hang very long.
Yeah. Her melatonin and Benadryl had kicked in.
No, she takes trazodone. That's heavy
Oh,
duty.
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. She's actually on prescriptions.
Yeah.
So then we
We
wasted a
roofied her-
whole bunch of time.
We roofied her too early.
Yeah. Wasted a whole bunch of time getting her to take her like other medication, and then she was hungry, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, we'll watch half of this movie, then we gave up on that. So then
It was more kind of like, she's like, yeah, I want to watch that movie. I have some pizza. And then she's like, oh man, I'm tired. I want a banana. I'm going to bed.
yeah, but that all took a while too.
Yeah.
So we totally blew it.
Yeah.
But now we're here. We figured it out.
Yep.
This is the first episode. We're pumped. So we watched an episode of Yokai Watch that you've never seen.
I know. Patience said you found subtitle versions of the ones that they wouldn't translate.
Yes, where we found one that was streaming, because a lot of them are on torrent sites. So there's like a DIY community of people that subtitle anime. And someone did God's work on this planet and subtitled the other like 200 episodes of Yokai Watch that weren't released in America. And I've realized this is the nerdiest I've ever sounded in my life talking about an anime. So it needs to be pointed out that Yokai Watch is the greatest show ever. It's better than The Wire.
Well, here's
It's
the
better
deal.
than Seinfeld.
Here's the deal. I got enough stress going on in my life that I can't watch dramas anymore. So Yokai Watch, that's about as dramatic as I can get these days.
Yeah, Yokai Watch is where it's at.
Nate's Problems is about as deep as I can get.
Yes, totally. So that's exciting that we found that, because
Yep.
we're really far into SpongeBob. I think we're on season 8, and it's occasionally funny, but like the first 3 seasons are hysterical. And maybe I've just watched too much. Like maybe you're not supposed to watch 8 seasons over a couple months. But I am a little bit over SpongeBob and don't really care. Like individual scenes make me laugh, but maybe this is what it was like if you watched like Looney Tunes all the time. If you just never stopped, and then you were like, oh, okay, Bugs Bunny, I get it.
The kids like it. Patty likes it.
Yeah. But that does bring us to our candy of the evening,
Hold on, I'm putting this pathetic gray
which is
thing away.
a giant Krabby Patty. We went to, do we even know the name of that candy store?
It's called Minnesota's largest candy store.
That's literally what it's called, isn't it?
I know. I was going to check my iPhone, but this
What?
is just my iPhone case, so never mind.
Bang a lot of stuff around.
Sorry.
So this past weekend, we went to Minnesota's largest candy store, which I believe is a 1/4 mile long and really narrow.
What It just seems like narrow just because it's filled with candy.
And because it's so long. Maybe if it was like square, it'd probably seem a lot bigger.
Oh, maybe that's why they just call it the biggest because it's narrow.
Do we buy any? Oh wait, you bought Pocky for the kids. Did we buy normal candy there? Or do we only look for the weirdest stuff possible?
I bought matcha Pocky, chocolate filled Pocky, as opposed to chocolate dipped Pocky. Twisted Warheads.
And some gummy sushi.
Gummy sushi for patients with the little one. And then some other, not Krabby Patties, but some other weird Asian gummy type candy.
Hang it on the table.
Bang, bang.
So for some reason, I feel like as much as I like sugar, I only want to eat weird, gross candies for novelty reasons. Like I almost don't buy normal candy anymore. I only want weird shit. And so this thing.
Yeah, I'm never sad we
Krabby
never
Patty.
made it to the cowtails section.
Yeah, cowtails are my favorite thing in the world.
They have one section at the candy store which is all different cowtails, but Namda have kind of ruined the candy section for tonight because he went to Baker's wife and bought a bunch of cupcakes earlier today and put us all in a sugar coma and made us all really sick and sugared our children up before their flu shot. So Noelle was nice and hyper sitting in the pharmacy waiting for her flu shot.
That's true. Yeah. And I still have the the sweaty the sweaty cheeks when you feel like you're gonna vomit from having so much sugar. But I feel like we have these weird candies, so we owe it to ourselves to try the giant. And I don't understand why it's called a giant Krabby Patty.
I don't think we need to open too many.
You're not gonna go for it?
No.
All right.
You can try that one. I'm saving mine for these gummy sushi things.
Leave it.
All right, Chevy.
The dog is down here. I could be tempted just not to do this because I really do think it might push me over the edge and I might actually get sick if I eat this.
The Krabby Patty just doesn't look that appealing.
No, and I'm nervous as to what it tastes like. Like, does it actually taste like pickles and stuff? Or does it just taste like a vanilla
It's
gummy?
not like those candy corn things that taste like Thanksgiving dinner.
Which right now I couldn't handle.
Why don't we just open this? I want to try the sushi.
All right.
thing.
So at the height of indulgence, we're going to live vlog some gummy sushi.
I don't know what sushi item this is supposed to represent. I must admit the only sushi I ever have is the kind that you buy in the Lens grocery store. Not very sophisticated.
They're like the little
and then I don't know which this is supposed to be.
These are like the little dessert balls, right?
Dessert
or is that
balls?
what those are? No, that's like the rice with the sesame seeds, right?
I don't know. Did you see the rice of the sesame?
No, rice with the sesame seeds. Isn't that a thing? It's
The
like rice dipped in sesame seeds.
I don't know. I'm not sophisticated.
Where's the
Where are the chopsticks?
She could get some chopsticks.
No, don't.
All right.
Don't.
How are
go.
we doing this?
I don't know.
Oh, it's like oh, gross.
This is like a fruit roll up on a marshmallow.
It totally is. So it's actually gonna be delicious.
I will point out I'm having weird sugar issues lately where I can't. The bottoms of my feet go numb.
Oh
So
my God.
this can only be healthy for me.
It's so sugary.
Mine have like weird. Do you see that? Have like these brown
So does this
dots.
one.
That's supposed to be like the meat.
Or like the carrots that are sometimes in
Oh,
there.
these are carrot. Is this vegetarian?
I don't know about this. Yeah, it basically tastes like a really dull marshmallow with a Jolly Rancher wrapped around it. That's what this one
I
tastes
don't
like.
need to eat any more of that.
No. Yeah, I do not feel good. That's not great. And part of me is disappointed that it's not weirder.
No, it's like bland. You want to try this?
Yeah. All right, now we got the like sesame seed ball thing.
That was loud.
Oh, and it's like a clear gum. It looks cool. I'll grant it that. Oh my God, I don't like that at all though.
Oh, that tastes like soap.
Oh, it tastes horrible. It tastes exactly like soap.
That's not good. That's not good.
Oh, nasty. You know what's so funny? When we were thinking about doing this, I thought about when we had a radio show called The Tragedy in the Making, and the time we got admonished because we ate a peach on the air. And now I'm trying really hard not to be obnoxious and instead to do this simply out of research for the benefit of other human beings.
I don't remember the peach thing, although I got in trouble for suggestive language too.
Weird, that doesn't seem like you.
No, because Brian and I like had we were improvising, and it was going too fast for me.
That thing is horrible.
I know. It's like
I swallowed it too, and I regret it.
I know. I swallowed mine too. I don't know. I thought I'd take a bite, and you could take a bite.
Is that supposed to be like the
dipping
stuff?
They put a gummy bear. They put a gummy bear in the middle.
I like that it's an actual gummy bear, though. It's like they just went to the store and bought a bag and shaved him in there.
And he's in a hula hoop. Maybe it's supposed to be like this.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. You know what? We'll just.
I bet that just tastes like that, right?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna go for it.
No, I thought we were eating this, but this. You know, I've tried this. That's this. So maybe I just tried this.
That's just a Swedish fish that's the wrong color. It's like tuna colored, right? Is it tuna colored? Oh my god, they look so weird on the inside. It's like clear.
This tastes like an orange.
Oh, I like that. I still gotta have it with the rice.
This tastes good. No, I'm not having it with that weird thing. That can go in there. That tastes okay. I'm moving on.
The gummy bear tastes like a gummy bear, so that's a win.
Nope.
Does it smell like soap?
Nope, it smells like cat pee. Nothing on that.
Gross. This thing was expensive too. It was like $6.
No, and that's one of those, so no. And okay, we can move on to the Krabby Patty.
Oh, it's like a really
no, don't eat all that.
Swedish fish are disgusting and hard anyway, aren't they? Yeah. They're not great.
Okay, I'm gonna try the Krabby Patty. Well, it couldn't be any worse.
The best is when we edit this and we just have a clip. It's just us eating disgusting candy. Can I just split that with you? I don't even want to eat it.
Yeah, I don't know why you felt like we both needed Krabby Patties.
I saw the novelty.
You were being nice.
I was caught up in the moment.
You were caught up in the moment. So I'm gonna have to reassemble this Krabby Patty.
That's SpongeBob style.
And then I'll have this secret Krabby Patty formula.
All right. While you take that initial bite, I want to talk about how great Minnesota's largest candy store is.
Here.
So, I feel like in a kind of Instagram world, if I told you.
Hold on. I'm gonna sniff each individual.
Oh, okay. What do you get hints of?
Chocolate. Orange. No. I don't know. The wine people.
Toasted lavender.
Dirt. Nutmeg. An autumn day. I don't know. Oh God.
Is this? I could just smell it super tough. Is it any good?
I'm gonna choke. Stop.
Okay. Hand it over. The table.
It all tastes the same.
Really? So it tastes like one bite divided into
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, wait.
It tastes like watermelon.
All right. Oh my God.
It's very hard to take.
Look. Okay.
No, don't feel compelled to take more than one bite.
No, I don't want more than one bite.
Okay.
I'm good. I got watermelon.
Plus, you sweat when you have too much sugar.
I do.
It's really hot.
I bet that's a symptom, like a pre-diabetic symptom.
What about your feet going numb? What kind of symptom is that?
Wait, oh, you? I was like, my feet don't go numb.
No, my feet have been going numb.
All right. I just get all of the generic flavors. It all tastes like Jolly Ranchers. It's like the green apple, watermelon.
Oh, that's that Warburton palette coming in.
That's old money.
My unsophisticated Filipino palate is just like watermelon. Salt
Yeah, but
watermelon.
I have so much brain fog that if you hadn't said watermelon, I wouldn't be able to know what it tastes like. I would be like, what's that one fruit that's orange and round? All right, so here's our verdict on the giant Krabby Patty. If there was a bag of these in my house, yes, I would go nuts and eat them all, but it wouldn't be good. Or it wouldn't really be worth it.
Would they disappear like that bag of Twix that I was looking for?
I don't think I ate the bag of Twix.
You don't think you... Where did the bag of Twix go from the birthday party?
Oh, I ate the bag of Twix. I thought we were talking about something else.
No, I was looking for the bag of Twix.
All right, let's talk about the world's biggest candy store.
You didn't eat the Christmas candy from last year I've hidden in my sock basket, dude?
No.
Okay, it's still there.
All right, we've got the cards, like a real
Professional. He's gonna.
Well, since we are talking about the stuff that we got at the world's biggest candy store, I think that we should talk about how we're killing it at fall and autumn.
Oh.
All our autumnal activities.
Should I get my bucket list?
Well, do we need the bucket list to remember all the stuff that we've done?
We're a little behind.
Well, I think we've been killing it on the bucket list. What have we done thus far?
We decorated the inside and the outside of the house for Halloween.
Yeah. The lawn is covered in gravestones, which is very out of character for how far we normally manage to go. But our 7-year-old saw someone's yard with a bunch of those like foam gravestones, and she lost her mind and was like, "We have to do that." Excuse me, Krabby Patty burp.
Yep.
And so we actually went to Target and bought a bunch of like funny outdoors Halloween decorations, which is that's a first. We usually decorate the inside of the house, but we're like kind of reserved on the outside. So we did that.
Yep.
What else?
And then we did the inside of the house, which we normally do, but then bats.
Many bats.
We got a lot of bats on the inside too. You know, I like every room. There's Halloween decorations in the bathroom, bedrooms. They're everywhere.
Yeah, there's a really kind of crappy kids craft thing that one of them did when they were like 2 or 3, hanging for the back door. And whenever I walk up to the back door, it scares me, even though it's only this big and not the size of a human at all.
Yep, they're everywhere. Christmas, I can't wait because I go
nuts.
And then what else did we do? I'm trying to think. Kids got their costumes. We did fall. Did we do the fall baking yet? No, that's tomorrow. I'm making apple crisp tomorrow. But then we got pumpkins. We went to Apple Orchard, even though we missed apple picking.
We did corn maze.
Corn maze, that was on my list. What else did we do?
Saw some peacocks. Not that that's autumnal, but that was part of the trip. Ate apple donuts.
Oh, we projected the Great Pumpkin. We projected it outside on the garage, which I wanted to do. That
was really nice. That was that was really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Bundled up. I mean, not bundled up, but it was like the one night that it was cool. So we did that. That was pretty dope.
The children are not very hardy, so they had to like...
They tolerated it, but they kind of complained the whole time. But it was not even cold. It was like, was it?
No, unfortunately, 60? I picked the time, apparently, that the airport was having all the planes take off. So.
Oh, yeah. It turns out planes are really good noise-canceling devices for movies. So we learned that the hard way.
And we had technical difficulties because the Bluetooth kept connecting to some other device other than the speaker that we brought out. But no, we did that.
I feel like we're doing things that you're supposed to take pictures of and post to Instagram and be like, look at all the things I do with my ideal family. And instead we do them and go, oh, it would have been cool to take a picture of that. But instead we're actually doing the things.
I stopped doing that. I used to take pictures of like everything that I used to do with my kids and post them, you know, because I'm a photographer. But I just found that I was spending all my time photographing my kids doing these things instead of me like being in the moment, participating in these things. And I just felt at some point it was like stupid and I wasn't like enjoying my time. And I was missing out doing these things. So I don't even worry about that. And half the time I don't even take pictures anymore when most of the time, because Patience is using my phone with Pokemon Go.
And any activity.
Yeah, any
she's playing
activity.
Pokemon Go.
But I just find I'm not even taking pictures of like stuff we do anymore, only because I'd rather be doing the thing than worrying about social media or even having a record of it for myself, and just more of being in the moment. Because I have a lot of pictures from when I was a kid, but
even then you don't have that many.
Yeah.
Not like the way one's expected to now.
Yeah, but even nowadays people don't print pictures, so kind of like, what's the point? You really think that whatever device you have your photos on now, like, who knows, like,
right, or on Facebook server.
Yeah, like, you're just as I've learned, you're just one hard drive away from it crashing because I'm terrible at my backups, but or like losing everything anyways if you're not gonna print them out or whatever. Remember when we thought burning them all on
a
CD was like a good way to store them? So I don't know.
Totally. It occurs to me too that we've given no context whatsoever to why we would be doing a podcast together. So Kim and I have been married for 22 years. We have a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old. So we've lived in Minneapolis for 21 years.
Yep.
And it occurs to me that 22 years is a really long fucking time. Like, I bet most people we know, their parents haven't been together for 21 years.
But we're old as dirt, so it's not that long.
Oh, you're saying there's still a chance for a divorce?
I don't know. We're old.
You're not that old. I guess we're super old.
We're old. When I'm fretting about retirement.
Not for people who've been married for 22 years, though. We're not very old. All right.
Things are crazy. What else is on your list?
Fall bucket list. How about this?
Friday Night Lights. Oh, we're skipping past that.
No, we got a bunch of stuff here.
Ghost podcast?
Yeah. So the other night, you were getting ready for bed, and then you said...
I scare easily, though, now and then.
Please hurry up. I listened to a ghost podcast, and I'm afraid to go to sleep. And
I'm also afraid on Halloween and the day after Halloween, because that's the Day of the Dead. So I have 2 scary nights ahead of me.
Now, admittedly, I took forever to come to bed.
You always do. You're like, I'll just be a minute. And
yeah,
like
but
2
no, it was
hours
like
go
an hour
by.
later, and now I know a lot about foreign politics.
I forget the bathroom's your office.
So I come out, it's like, I don't know, 1:15 in the morning, and the light in our room...
I will point out we get 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night. And that's if our daughter doesn't wake up in the middle of the night.
So I come out, and she usually needs to sleep in like pitch black. I come out, the light in our room is still on. I'm like, what the fuck is she still doing? Oh, and I point out
the reason why Namdev comes to bed so much later than me is because like I find the world to be uncomfortable. So it takes me like a good hour to get comfortable in the bed. And he has no tolerance for that. So like he makes sure that like I'm like good and settled before he like enters the room.
Yeah, if I were to get into bed before her and move the sheets at all, she would spend 20 minutes shifting around.
And then I get angry at
violently, then turn the lights on and take the sheets off the bed and remake the bed with me in it. So I come back like an hour later and the lights are on and I'm like, oh fuck, she hasn't gone to bed yet, and why hasn't she gone to bed? Like, now I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep. When I come in, the lights are on. She's like straight on her back with like her arms like crossed and was completely out, like didn't notice anything. So what was the deal with the ghost stories?
Well, here's the thing is like it wasn't even like it's like first, like, people thought I had listened to, like, that Spooked podcast, but it wasn't even. It was, like, the Beautiful Mess podcast, the home decor podcast, but they had a section on, like, ghost stories. And because women who run it, like, you know, they want to believe in ghosts. Like, they like the idea of ghosts, and they're into, like, you know, old houses. So they asked people to, like, write in, like, with their stories, and they posted their most believable stories. So the one that scared me was, like, the woman that said that, like, she was home alone, and then there was, like, outside her door a male voice yelling, "Hey," and that just, like,
And there was no one there?
there was
there?
no one there. So, and then she hid under the covers.
And this only happened the one time?
No, like, there were other roommates, and they had encounters with the voice. But this one, she was home alone, and she couldn't get any friends to come. To come to the house to, like, because she was scared, and she said she just hid under the covers.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would do that.
Because ghosts can't go under covers.
No. That's like when you're a kid.
So
like
is that the one that scared you?
No, there's that, and then the other one where there was some soldier, like, it was another, like, these are old houses, like, you know, like we're from the East Coast, so you know, houses are hella old.
Old creaky houses.
No one was like, and they kept seeing, like, a soldier with, like, a red coat, and like, she had seen it, and her boyfriend had seen it, like, just, like, glimpses, like, in, like, the, like, windows, like, and, like, mirrors, and then her and her boyfriend just kept thinking they were seeing things, but then they had a house guest that saw it, and then I kept thinking then of Chad Folsted and his ghost dog.
Oh, yeah.
A house that he recently owned. He swore that there was a ghost dog, and then he had a house guest that stayed recently, and they're like Chad, I had a weirdest experience. There was like a ghost dog in the house, and
it was licking the person's hand while they were asleep.
And then I'm just like, all these things, and then if you know me at all, and if you know the house I grew up in and how creepy as shit it was, then you would know why I am afraid of ghosts.
So is growing up in a creepy house that seemed to be haunted, and does that make you more susceptible to getting freaked out by ghost stories? Because then, like, you already have, like, pre-existing trauma.
Yes, especially when your parents go away for the weekend, and then you have two friends sleep over the house with you because you're afraid that your house is haunted, and then they're equally as scared, and then all three of you are terrified at night, and all three of you are hiding under the covers and scared to come out because, you know, they were no help.
And did they ever, like, actually see stuff at your house, or were they just freaked out because of what you had already told them?
No, it's nothing that I did. It's just the house.
So what happened?
There's a non-existent dog howling in the house.
Yeah, that's scary. Did your
parents
ever talk about it?
No, but what the house looked like before my mom and I moved in, or before the renovations happened, is that my house that I grew up in used to be painted all black inside and out, and the former living room was filled with those religious statues that are normally reserved for, like, outside, like on the lawn, but they were inside the house instead, and the whole living room was filled with them. And then on the walls are, like, those pictures of, like, Jesus, but, you know, the ones where his shirt is open and it shows the heart with, like, the thorns on the heart, and they're bleeding, and those were, like, in every room. And then on doorways of all the doors were the palms from Palm Sundays, and the shape of a cross on, like, every doorway. It was just creepy, and
it's weird that having a super religious house gives it bad mojo. Like, it went so far. It went from good to evil just because there was too much of it.
And then to quote my friend Mia, she's like, "Why does your house feel like a funeral home?"
Okay, and so the dog howling, did you hear it in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Did it, like, wake you up, or, like, what was the context?
Yeah, it was, I can't remember if it was Pug or Danny that had slept over with me and Mia. They were supposed to be the muscle.
to fight the ghosts.
Fight the ghosts.
Just get killed instead.
Or was it Russell? No, it wasn't Russell.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's supposed to be Muscle to help us. And then when it started happening, it's just like instead to cover it, and
everyone heard it.
I will point out we were technically adults.
Mm.
We weren't children. But no, instead we were all scared.
And everyone heard the howling dog, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
if you had to pick a room
that was coming from the inside.
If you had to pick a room, where do you think what room would you say it was in? Like if you were to actually find a ghost, where would it have been, do you think?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about these things.
Sorry. I think it's interesting. All right.
Maybe it was Kip. Maybe it was the old hunting dog, Dave's old hunting dog, Kip.
Oh, that's nice.
He was mean.
Oh, never mind. Oh my God. Chevy farted. It smells awful. We're all going to die. Holy shit. That's not good.
See, she doesn't like ghost dog.
Oh my God. All right.
No, but
Ghost
okay,
podcast
can I
is
tell
done.
more of the ghost things? Here's the other ghost things in my house. The radio would turn on by itself in the middle of the night. I'd wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning and all my windows would be open. Stuff like that. So, and not just like one window, like all my windows.
Horrible. Did your mom or your stepdad ever talk about these things?
Nope.
They wouldn't have that. Well, Dave, if he had seen anything, he definitely would have talked about it, and it would have driven your mother insane. She would have got so mad. And if your mom ever saw anything, she would have convinced herself she hadn't seen anything.
But I became so scared to sleep in the attic that I started sleeping. And this is when I was like 16, 17, 18 years old. Started sleeping on the floor of my parents' bedroom because it just became so weirded out by it.
I'm happy to say, in the time I slept there, I never saw any supernatural activities. I'm really glad I didn't hear a mean, dead ghost dog howling. Though you freaked me out, certainly. And there was a lot of times I had a hard time sleeping because I was convinced that I was going to have one of these supernatural experiences. But I'm glad that I did not.
Thank goodness.
I don't think I've ever had one. I've usually just freaked myself out to where I can't sleep. But nothing external has ever caused it. I did live in a farmhouse that the people before us insisted was haunted. But me and Moose in particular never saw any ghosts. Wait. Moose might have convinced himself he saw a ghost because his anxiety could have been so bad. But I know I never saw a ghost. There was supposed to have been a ghost of a slave in this house in Jamestown, Rhode Island, that would come down the stairs, chains clanging.
Well, what do you think opened all my windows?
No, I'm just saying I'm glad I didn't see the ghost. I'm not saying I don't believe you.
No, I don't know. I would please. I don't want there to be ghosts.
Yeah, I mean I'm fully down
I would like to believe in
ghosts.
nothing but the here and now.
Yeah, 100%. What do we got here? It's school conferences. So when you have a kid and they're in kindergarten, first, second,
and
third,
when they're in elementary school, you only have one person you have to talk to.
You only have to talk to one person. It's usually a waste of time because we go to kindergarten teacher conferences when they actually talk about your kid's progress, but they're in kindergarten. It's not indicative of anything, I don't think. Those kind of kill me. Noelle's today was okay because she's a little bit older and she does have some issues.
She got issues, yeah.
I don't want to exploit her issues for or invade her privacy or whatever. But she's got some issues. On my so talking about it is actually helpful. But when our older kid had these conferences, I just they'd be they'd show me math scores of a kindergartner. Who gives a fuck? Why do you have a kindergartner doing math? That part was beyond me. All I cared about was she nice?
Yeah. Did she punch anybody?
But now the older one is in middle school, and you have to have an appointment with every teacher. So then you have to decide which teachers do you care about hearing from, and then schedule an appointment. I don't know. That was pretty okay though.
That was interesting though, because our oldest daughter is like all through middle school is like, you know, not middle school, elementary was identified as like, you know, an advanced learner, and she's been killing it in elementary, and now that she is in middle school, you know, middle school after, you know, the past weird 18 months of distance learning and being back in person, not saying she's having a hard time, but, you know, she's been knocked down a peg. So it's just been interesting, the adjustment, you know. We're picking and choosing who we wanted to talk to. So we did the basics, and then we picked one of the teachers of like her favorite class, like one of the, are they called electives? I don't know what you call the ones that don't really matter.
I guess it's an elective.
Yeah.
It seems mandatory though at this point. It doesn't seem like it's actually an elective until next year.
Yeah, I don't really know. Her drama teacher.
I was very pumped on her, but I do worry about sending her in the direction of high school drama.
I don't know. That's what she's interested in.
I'm all for acting. I'm not for drama kids or theater kids.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess that's the weird thing about being a parent, is that you have to live with people like that you might not ordinarily volunteer to live with.
I don't know. We'll see. She seems pretty grounded and not obnoxious.
Right. So like she won't become an insufferable theater kid.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't seem like she wants to be like showy and obnoxious. She's
doing
genuine
stuff for attention. It's not her thing.
Yeah.
All right. Here's our last
shows?
topic, I think.
Okay.
Friday Night Lights. So you just binged that entire, how many seasons was it?
I think it's 4 or 5.
Okay.
I can't remember.
And I've never seen more than a couple of scenes of various episodes. But you just watched the entire thing. So here's my question. You know how like you can watch a thing and get like wrapped up in the story? But sometimes you watch a thing, you get wrapped up in the story, but like you take away something from it. Did you take away anything from 5 seasons of Friday Night Lights?
No, it was like the perfect series because I didn't really care about any of the characters. It's great. I didn't care when the series was over.
Oh, it's dope. It's like the Blacklist.
I could watch it and shut it off. I didn't need it, you know. It didn't. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, I'm totally down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
And it was still interesting. Like when I was watching, when I would watch it, you know, while I was making dinner or putting Noelle to bed. It's just weird how everyone, or almost everyone, seemed recognizable that went on to do like something else.
Oh, that is weird.
Like that show was like a lot of people's like stepping stone.
Launching pad.
Yeah, but then you can totally tell like when they got the call, like, oh, this is the last season, because it's just like, it's like there's one season, then you're like, where did Santiago go?
He's just gone.
He's just gone. Where did that foster kid go? Where'd he go? Just, you know, it's just like,
we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah,
guys.
we got the call, guys. We're switching things up. We're going forward into the future here, and
I was like, what was that show that was awesome for one season and then so bad it was good for the next season? Taken. Where like the first season was like serious and gritty.
Oh no!
But you didn't
and then
really
they
give a
switched
shit.
it, and then it
the
was all friendly or something.
Yeah, the second season
they
was
got
like
rid of the
super
whole
bad.
cast.
Yeah, they jettisoned the entire cast and they changed the whole style up so that it was more like an 80s, like it was more like the A-Team.
That was disappointing. They changed the whole
It was
landscape
weird, though.
of that show. Mm-hmm.
My feeling was that the second season, if you discovered that 10 to 15 years later, and there were like 8 seasons of it, that it would be like the best thing ever. But watching it where it was current, you're like, this is the actual worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's so bizarre because the other season was incredible.
It's like, what do we always refer to? That Christina Applegate show where where she didn't come back. They did one season, and then because they changed the...
Oh, what were we talking about? The one with Will Arnett, right?
Yeah. And it was the camera angle thing, and that's why she didn't come back.
Yeah, they turned it into one of those flat sitcoms. Like a set piece sitcom where everything happens in like 3 rooms or whatever, 2.5 Men style. God, it's escaping me now because I, for some reason, read the Wikipedia and like 17 interviews with the cast of this TV show I had no intention of revisiting or checking out again.
But we refer to it for some reason when we talk about.
I know, it's weird. Let's see, anything else? How about Olivia Rodrigo? This is a record we're listening to a lot.
Yeah. I don't know why Patience thinks I know that girl's name. I'm thinking that because I've heard that one song over and over again.
Oh, on
on
TikTok
Instagram and TikTok, that I must have played this song for her, or she must have read about it in...
Oh, like a teen magazine?
Yes, magazine? And that's why she said, like, the album's out.
Because she told you the album was out?
She got in the car after school and she said, Olivia Rodrigo's new album is out, and asked me to play it. And I did, and now we are forced to listen to it every day. What are your feelings on it?
The kids love it.
The kids love it. I'm just glad I'm not listening to Ariana Grande every day. I'm glad
about that too.
Or Camila Cabela every day.
Yeah, I really prefer not to listen to the sexually suggestive songs with my children, I have to say.
What?
Like every Ariana Grande and every Camila
Oh,
Cabela song.
Are you playing them the censored playlist that I have?
Even censored, that's why I mean suggestive. Not sexually explicit.
Yeah.
No, I like this record because it's just about like feelings.
Yeah.
And like Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
I
guess that's better. I mean, I'm glad there's a censored version, because with the uncensored, it's all, I mean, it's all explicit all the way. Almost every song is explicit. So
I know, and it's weird, the stuff that we listen to at 12 versus the stuff that she listens to at 12, or at least I listen to, because it was like NWA and Ice-T and Public Enemy.
What did I listen to
Guns
at 12?
N' Roses.
What grade were we in at 12? 6th grade?
Stop rubbing the table.
Sorry.
I'm
15.
12, 6th grade, probably.
6th grade. I was still a nerd. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you listen to stuff yet? Because you would have to buy stuff. It's not like your parents had music, really.
I mean, I did, but I mean, I can't even remember what I listened to. You know, I probably, what's the thing that, you got like a bazillion tapes for like a penny or whatever.
The Columbia Music House? Yeah.
So
did you do that?
Yeah.
Did you actually pay for everything?
I don't know. I think my mom signed me up, so I don't know. I think I probably had like, like Air Supply's Greatest Hits and like stuff like that. I don't know.
I don't think I ever signed up for that. I feel like, you know who might have signed up for that, though? It seems like something Moose would have done. Actually, I take that back. Moose definitely did that.
I probably had, like, Madonna. What was out back then? True Blue.
You know what I did notice today was, like, that Patience really likes, like, straightforward punk and hardcore. That, like, today, she was like, can everyone be quiet so I can listen to this? We're listening to Strange Lights, which is kind of like, sounds like the Wipers. So kind of like early 80s sort of punk rocky stuff. And then she's like, can everyone be quiet so we can listen to the music? And I thought she was going to say, can you turn down the music? And then she didn't. And then the other thing is that whenever she hears Mouthpiece or Chain of Strength, she's like, who is this? Which is super weird to me. But I don't know what... I mean, they're both great, so she's got good taste. But that one always surprises me, because it's not like... I don't know what I would think would stand out, but it wouldn't be Chain of Strength.
Her patience is surprising, though. Her likes and dislikes. You can't pin her down.
Well, I don't mind the Olivia Rodrigo record, if that's the thing we have to listen to. It's not the most original thing in the world. Like, to me, it sounds like Taylor Swift meets Lorde. Yeah, that's one I don't mind. Because sometimes you get stuck in these loops of things that they want you to listen to, and you're like, oh, God, do I have to listen to this?
I know. Well, I'm glad she's branching out, though, because listening to the same albums is, like, killing me. I'm just, like, because it ruins my Spotify and just, like, it's all flooded with, like, the worst music. My on repeat is garbage.
Yeah, totally. And I think, like, when our younger daughter was, like, doing a day kind of summer program, and I had to listen to Camila Cabela every single day.
It's a 30-minute drive one way and 30-minute drive the other way, and Camila Cabela, and she always wanted it started at the same spot.
So you couldn't even listen to like different Camila Cabela songs. It had to be start at this one, da 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 da, skip this one, and then I would have to like detox. So I would like have to listen to Camila Cabello at like, I don't know, 8 a.m. for a half hour. And then I swear I would listen to like Merzbow on the way back. I would just listen to the like nastiest, gnarliest sounding music just to like purify my system.
Purify your brain.
Yeah.
God, and that went on for 3 months. 3 months of Camila Cabela.
Is there anything else you've been listening to?
Me?
Yeah.
When I drive back, I try to either listen to nothing or the news.
That's what you do now?
Yeah.
Yeah, listening to nothing is underrated.
Yeah, the sound of silence.
I feel like I have headphones on all the time, but I'm not listening to music most of the time.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I put in headphones, but a lot of times
block out the world.
I walk around with headphones, earbuds in, especially when I'm around the children, in hopes that they don't stop to ask me something.
I totally do that. The thing I was looking forward to about doing this was just having a dedicated chunk of time where we kind of both agreed to have the energy to talk and not have any distractions. Because like,
we never get to talk because as soon as you try to talk to me, the children shut it down.
Yeah, or like one of us is like kind of too tired and like decompressing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what was happening. I think maybe before we're going to watch the movie, the Patience came out to tell me something that she was so excited about. And then I hear like 2 other voices. And then Patience just increases her volume and keeps talking. I'm like, dude, I can't process all of this. Like, this doesn't feel like a real conversation. It just feels like 3 radios have been turned on at once. And I'm so looking forward to just having like a conversation with you. It's very nice.
What else do you want to know what I've been up to? You were going to ask me what podcast I've been listening to.
Yeah, what podcast are you listening to?
I listen to Beautiful Mess podcasts, and I've been listening to Strangeville.
Is that the NPR thing, or were you just listening to straight NPR today?
I was just listening to straight NPR today.
What's Strangeville?
I think is that also NPR? I don't even know. Strangeville. It's just like stories, like of weird things. Like I left off on the one that's about like, what is it called? Like how people get weird in air travel, and like it's
really?
It's like an actual
like when
thing.
They lose their shit.
It's like an actual thing. It's like an actual like psychosis or some. I don't know what I'm probably using the wrong terminology, but it's an. But
they have like an episode.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's like an actual thing.
Yeah, human beings are not supposed to be up there.
Yeah, and then talking about how like now, like then like how it's like always existed and it's always been like a thing, but now how it's even worse since like COVID and like people being isolated and now flying, and now it's like even worse.
Can you imagine the freakouts when people start going to Mars? They're gonna have to like everyone's gonna have to be strapped down the entire time because someone's gonna lose their shit and kill everybody.
We're not going to Mars. It makes no sense to go to Mars because
you don't want to destroy this planet and then go to Mars. Go to some fucking shithole where no one can survive or breathe.
No, yeah, because you can't go out on the physical planet because you'll.
No, it's the world's worst idea. Yeah. I think that Elon Musk says things just to hear himself talk.
See, you say Elon Musk and I hear Eon.
Aeon Flux.
Yeah.
All right, we've been going like an hour. I think we should
Okay.
call it.
Okay.
This is a great episode. Or I enjoyed it.
I
What do you
enjoyed it
think?
too. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe. We're going to try to do this every Wednesday. If you have a question for a future episode of anything you want us to talk about, whether it's like normal human being shit or art stuff, leave a comment or send a DM or whatever. And otherwise, thanks for joining us on Pizza Night.